classical supercomputers, quantum computers, AI obviously, but not even AI that's been built yet. Like this AI that's going to change the world has not been built yet. Like that's why I'm going fucking nuts. And up in, with these Pentagon types, I'm like, they're like, we have to do this AI. Like, yeah, of course. This stuff from 5-10 years ago, yeah, we got to do that. But like the shit we need has not been invented yet. There's this thin sliver of people in the country who are persuadable, and it's only in these swing states. And so it gets to the point where it's like you have to, both parties in this next election are going to get them out, physically get the human beings out. They're going to pull their votes, like ballot harvesting galore, like all that. They're both going to do that. That's going to be equalized. They're both going to have maximum data and AI and everything. Like both political parties are essentially fully weaponized at this point to do political warfare at the same level, because both essentially have unlimited funding. I mean, neither political side is hurt in aggregate for cash. I mean, an individual political candidate might be hurt. We've got these two sides about ready to go. Looks like Trump, looks like Biden again, whoop-de-doo. This China thing is going to be a huge thing. Like I said in the beginning, they know that it's coming, and you can see them prepping to try to be like, we did a good job. Where it's like they either know that it's going to get out of control and they want to be like, hey, we did the best we could to try to minimize the damage of China just like going right in the middle of the election or affecting it in some way. Or they're essentially going to do some kind of deal with China to be like, don't do anything fucking crazy. We're going to get Biden elected again. You don't want Trump again. And so China's going to chill down. They're going to chill down. They'd rather do with Biden because Biden, he's going to let the free commerce go. He's going to let business occur as normal. He's going to not overregulate them and tariff tax them and stuff like Trump was doing. And he's not going to be adversarial and tough on them like Trump was doing. So they definitely want Biden. And so, yeah, like the prediction is China will calm tits down for a while until Biden or probably like we're thinking it's gonna be Biden, and then after that the deal will be struck for a while. For them calming down, there has to be something given to them. Like what is given to them? Is it the electric car market? Is it like some sort of agreement? Is it the dissolution of some sort of whatever? I mean, he's gonna give up something. He's an American politician. He's gonna look at Trump. He's gonna be like, this is like my last election. I have to win this. I feel the imperative of the country upon me. I've got all these young people like crying at, and telling me how they love me or how Democrat policies made their lives better. And Trump's the worst thing ever. Like, he sees himself as a superhero here to stop Trump. He's the only man who can do it, which is probably true. He's going to do anything. They're going to play this China card, and Trump's going to play the China card too. And Trump's going to try to bring China into it because China's a wild card. Right? I mean, who knows what Russia will be at that point, but China and how both candidates relate to China, their policies on China, China's going to be interfering in the election, hacking. This is going to be probably the most cyber intense election of all time, right? Like all the political campaigns, all the government, everybody is going to be getting ready for this. Like nobody wants to get hacked. Now they've been through the shit and they're like, look, we can't let this go down. So, you're going to have top security professionals on both political sides, not attacking each other, but protecting themselves, theoretically. They are going to be weaponized with AI on the defense, cybersecurity-wise. And then, China is going to be all offense. And on cyber, offense is way easier than defense, right? China is going to be all offense. They're going to have their most elite hackers. These people know perfect English. They know code basically the same level better than we do and have extreme capabilities. Unlimited funding. Who knows what their mandate is, but you'll have these Chinese hacker teams. They're probably operating out of Thailand or somewhere nearby outside of China, and they will be hacking, and they will try to hack all these political campaigns, and that materials will be used best as they can to influence and turn us against each other, get the people that they want, put in place, and they'll try to influence trends on Twitter and do different manipulations on social media. There's obviously going to be media. They're putting out propaganda. They're going to be pumping up propaganda networks that they've built up over time. Essentially these paid China supporters. Behind the scenes, they're going to have law firms working for them. They're going to be lobbying. There's going to be spies. There's going to be compromises. There's going to be all kinds of shit. I mean, this election's gonna be a big one, and it's important. Now, the real story that I see that people don't understand, this also has to do with AI, and this also has to do with China and the tech war, tech competition. And I'm gonna explain it the best I can. I did the video on China essentially going faster on AI than us, right? So like, just to explain a broad stroke some AI stuff. So like beginnings of AI, we're like talking about in business, in our lives, maybe 10 years ago, a little bit more than that now, maybe 12 plus, whatever. You know, AI started becoming somewhat mature for consumer tech and some other applications. It evolved essentially out of advanced, applied statistics and stuff like that. And it started coming in. Now, I personally believe, and pretty much everyone I talk to agrees with or has no issue with saying that AI is the most important technology that human beings have ever created, going all the way back. And it probably will be the most important technology that humans will ever create, especially for like some much time in the future until after we are dead. This technology, the advent of this technology, the implementation of this technology, the rollout across the business, government, and just across the globe in everyone's lives is the most important socio-economic, technological transition phenomena that we will ever see with our eyes before we're all dead. It is of vital importance. This is not, and still not speaking about China. Just talking about the tech, humans, all of us. The beginnings of AI, this like first gen AI, the kind of easy, low hanging fruit stuff, that came in, like I said, 10, 15 years ago. Now we've got kind of this like second generation of AI that's becoming mature, which is, very hot, like generative AI type stuff, which like honestly is still pretty immature at this point. But I mean, it's got pretty amazing effects, and all, the broad public is understanding that. And honestly, generative AI, broad public can see it, or they can hear it. I mean, they hear the fake, Drake song that he didn't sing. They see the deep fake. They read the ChatGPT essay that their kid turned into school and got rejected because the teacher found it with another AI program. Our lives are changing. The military has to change as well, but the pace of AI change just needs to go faster, faster, faster. I'll make a whole video about that later. I wrote it down note on my thing, but I still want to talk about China, but like I have to set up the understanding of what this 3 technologies that will change the future and kind of launch human beings into the next phase of humanity, which will be, this phase of like hyper automation, hyper technology, saturation, longer living, longer times, and us essentially fusing with the machines, right? The cell phone is the first stage of that. Eventually they'll have glasses and they'll implant something in our brain, or they'll do whatever. But what I'm saying is that like we're fusing with the machine. It's not a Terminator future where the machines turn on us and stuff like that. We're going to become one of the machines. They're going to like us because we keep them powered up. Like, does your cell phone die? I mean, you know what I mean? You're gonna become friends with a computer. We're gonna become super powered. This is our evolution, right? Like our natural genetic evolution is also speeding up because of our attention to it. We're also introducing genetic engineering, stuff like that. But these machines will fuse with us. Now, not at a level, like an interface level for the most part. The machines will become a part of us, but they will also be in our homes. They will also run the government, and they'll also be massive corporations that run these massive arrays of extremely complicated and expensive experimental computers. We're still going to have regular classical computing. We're going to have quantum computing, which is not mature right now, but Google just built the biggest quantum computer in the world. I think it was 90 qubits. This is like the Taj Mahal, or I think it's 60 qubits. I don't know. However many qubits Google put in that quantum computer blew everything away. China blew them away. That's the real deal. And that just happened. These things are materializing in our lives. Quantum computing combined with kind of super powered classical computing, the increase in computing power is there's going to be this massive like compute power out there in these data centers. That's where it's all going to happen. The metaverse and the blockchain and all these massively complicated systems that are going to connect all people all over the world and like usher in kind of the next stage of human society. It all comes with classical supercomputers, quantum computers, AI obviously, but not even AI that's been built yet. Like this AI that's going to change the world has not been built yet. Like that's why I'm going fucking nuts and with these Pentagon types. I'm like, they're like, we have to do this AI. Like, yeah, of course. This stuff from 5-10 years ago, yeah, we got to do that. But like, the shit we need has not been invented yet. You saw Oppenheimer. We have to go. And we also have to protect what we are doing. Because the adversary is, I mean, it's always going to be an open environment because of the academic research and stuff like that. But like, we have to get control of this fucking shit. It's out of fucking control. And that's the video that I want to make, is that the chips are the only thing stopping them from just stomping us down on AI. It doesn't matter how many soldiers, how many aircraft carriers, or satellites you have. If they have the best AI, eventually they will economically steamroll us. They already have all the advantages. All we have is the American spirit, also a good location, lots of natural resources, some smart people, but like there's 4 of them for every one of us. Like, we cannot go toe to toe. We have to out finesse and outwork and outthink using nonconformist thinking. Traditional American ingenuity is what they used to call it, but really what it is nonconformist thinking. People who think of a different way to solve a problem, entrepreneurs, young people, hungry people. The old people cannot save us from this, and they're not going to be around that much longer. The world that will come after this, the young people will be living in. I'm not saying we got to put all the young people in charge, but I'm saying that we need to tap into the leadership and innovation of the young, and obviously maintain the experience of the elder council types. But like, the way we're doing it is not working. We cannot just like keep the same system. Don't really know what they're doing. They're out racing us. They started before us, probably beating us on AI, on business, and on military. We're going to deliver military AI, but is it the best? Is it the best it could be? Is it as reliable as it could be? Is it good enough to get the job done, to win the war? I hope so. There's a lot of unknowns out there because we don't know exactly what they're doing. We know probably a lot from hacking into their computers and stuff, but we don't have human. It might be building up 1 or 2 onesies and twosies and stuff like that, but we don't.